welcome to the Fast Bikes podcast with Mr. World Champion himself, Danny Kent.
Hi, Danny.
Hello.
There he is.
There he is.
We want to ask you a few quick-fire questions about what's happened this year and what's going to happen next year.
Okay.
So strap yourself in.
Far away.
Here we go. Beej?
Right, yeah, so Moto2, obviously massive balls up last time, but this time it's already looking really good in testing.
Yeah, exactly. After just a 2-day test in Jerez on a bike which we know can win races, just after 2 days we've already gone 2 seconds a lap faster than what we ever did on a Tech 3 bike. So everything's going in the right direction for 2016.
Who are you seeing, apart from having to beat yourself,
Yeah.
of course, who are you seeing as the biggest rivals in Moto2?
There's a few riders out there. There's always a few riders which can come out and surprise you, but you have to definitely say Rins has got to be one of the favourites. Then again, Zarco being the world champion this year in Moto2 and staying another year. Obviously, Sam jumping onto the Calyx as well. He should be one to be up there. I think there's at least 5 or 6 riders, and I strongly believe, just after the 2 days testing that we've had, that we can be in the front group, no doubt, from the first race.
What's the... You jumped on the bikes and you've had time on a Moto2 bike before. Are you riding the bikes differently? Obviously the braking markers change and things like that, and you're approaching corners a lot quicker, but how do you approach Valencia, so where you've been on the track, on a completely different bike?
Yeah, obviously it's from Moto3 to Moto2 is completely different. The bike is twice the power, twice the weight. Basically with Moto2, you have to sort of pick the bike up as early as possible on the exit corners so you can open the throttle as early as possible. With Moto3, you have to be fast and fluent. If you mess up a little exit from, let's say, turn 1, you lose 0.3 from turn 1 to turn 2. Whereas Moto2, you can gain that back. You have to think a lot more with Moto2. It's more or less brake as late as possible, stop the bike, turn it, and shoot out of the corner. So
does it feel slower at the apex, a Moto2
Yeah,
bike?
definitely. I can remember in testing last year when I was on the Moto3 in Jerez. We test with Moto3 and Moto2 out on track, and through the corners, I can remember T3 in Jerez. The Moto2 bikes are holding the Moto3 bikes up. Just where there's not a long straight, just coming from each corner, you get held up. You do get held up.
Wow. And are you going to have to completely change your riding style though, or are there some elements of what you used to win the Moto3 championship this year that you can kind of transpose onto the Moto2 bike?
Yeah, it's riding a bike is is putting your leg over on the seat, and riding the bike comes naturally. The way you need to go fast on 2 different bikes is different. Like I said, you need to stop the bike. There's a lot. The tire on Moto2 is a lot bigger. Basically, Moto2, you need to, the quicker you can get from 0 to 100% on throttle is better. From 2013 with the Tech 3 bike to now, the Calyx turns a lot better, which means you can then carry a lot more corner speed in the corner and also get on the gas a lot earlier. So the bike seems a lot easier to ride.
Mm-hmm. And expectations are?
Well, after such a good year in 2015, of winning a championship, and people have shown in the past in their rookie year, look at Rins this year, first year in Moto2, and he's able to win races and be constantly in the top 5. We're set our goal of being in the top 5 and try to be on the podium as constant as possible.
And the team's asked you to enjoy Christmas and put some weight on. That seems completely ridiculous from what you normally hear from racers.
After 2 years of being in Moto3, of being one of the bigger riders, 10 kilos heavier than my teammates this year, Hiroki and Efren, to finally be told that I can put 2 to 3 kilos on, I can finally get in the gym and start lifting some weights instead of just going in there doing the same old thing of running, cycling, trying to lose weight.
Is that all top half or bottom half, or
bit of both? We do the whole body. Also, you need your legs to, use your legs to change direction with the bike, and of course the bike is twice the weight, so obviously I need to put some upper body strength on. Going from the test that we had already in Jerez, my body, the strength that I have already is not bad, so we'll be fine for next year.
Fantastic. Now, you've obviously said MotoGP is the goal, but something you said to us before we started recording was you need the right bike, and even a good satellite bike isn't necessarily the right bike.
Yeah.
So, does it have to be a factory Yamaha, factory Honda, factory Ducati? How do you go about getting that though?
Win races. Results talk. If you're winning races, you're gonna get a contract with a factory team. Like I said before, there's end of 2016, all the factory contracts are over, so there's going to be a lot of people moving around. Also there's, we have Rins, he's young, fast, so he's going to be taking the step up. So basically, yeah, it's at the moment the bike to be on looks like it was the Yamaha. They've made a step in front of everyone. Ducati are working very hard and they're getting closer and closer each year. With the new rules, with the new electronics, everybody using more or less the same. They say the same electronics, but of course the factory are gonna have a lot more opportunities to do a lot more stuff. With the Michelin tyres, it might bring everything a lot closer. So I really hope that there will be a day you'll see a satellite bike actually win a MotoGP race like you used to.
It begs the question that what if for you, if the right bike doesn't come up, how long do you wait in Moto2 before you think I need to go somewhere else and do something else? Be that take a punt on a privateer or a satellite MotoGP bike, or a factory bike or super bikes or something like that. How long do you wait for that ride?
Well, it depends on the year you've had. Let's say we go out and win races next year, but we don't get offered a factory MotoGP contract. You sit there and think, well, I've won races this year and I'm not getting offered a MotoGP contract. What am I doing wrong? So you might have to sit back and thinking, well, if they're not, the dream is to ride a MotoGP bike. So if you've gone out won races not getting that MotoGP factory contract, you might not ever get one. So you might want to take that punt of going to a satellite team and hoping it works out for the best. But I think you just have to take it as it comes.
And how has being world champion changed your life? Is it all now taste the difference at Sainsbury's and
No, it's
first class on the train?
No, it's it all feels the same.
Yeah.
I feel the same person, no different. I still go out there. The other day I was doing some painting in the bathroom for my parents and just doing normal day-to-day stuff.
No plans to move to Monaco?
No, definitely
Andorra?
not. No, not yet.
Isle of Man?
Need to earn a lot of money for that.
How can we close this out?
Danny Kent, thank you ever so much for your time.
No, that's right, no worries.
Great 2016.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be seeing her again at the end of 2016, I hope.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Cheers, mate.
No worries.